Eason, and I'm one of the physical science teachers here, and I'm here with some of my students who are going to talk to you about their experience in physical science. All three of these students decided to take physical science this year instead of chemistry for various reasons, but they're all planning to take chemistry next year. So first we're going to talk to Kate, and if you'll tell them about like your class load and why you decided to make the decision you did.
Okay, so I have APUSH and Pre-AP, and I was like, this is already a lot of work, and as well as doing sports, I thought that if I wanted to do well this year, I should actually like, you know, give myself a break, not push myself overboard and like have like mental breakdowns, like because you can't finish your homework or like you don't like your grade.
Right.
So taking physical science helped me just even everything out. It gave me a chance to just like focus on APUSH and get all my work done.
So do you feel like it's been like a manageable workload?
It
like
really has.
Physical science hasn't been
It hasn't been
too
in the
much
way.
work for
Yeah.
you. Yeah. Okay, but you've learned a lot too.
I have, yes.
Okay. All right, and then we have Cesar, and his reasoning was a little bit different, but he's also planning on taking chemistry next year.
So I took physical science this year because I like to take things slow. I'm currently taking algebra 2, but I didn't feel I was prepared for chemistry, so I decided to take physical science. I've met a lot of people and I've learned a lot of good things, and I think I'm prepared for next year in chemistry.
Very good. And then we also have Katie, and similarly, she's taking chemistry next year. But first, tell them a little bit about the project that you're doing and how that's like helping you learn about electricity, because we have a little bit of a different approach in physical science. In that we are, actually let me talk to them for 1 second. Hey guys, me again. So in physical science, we kind of take an inquiry-based approach, and we try to apply what we're learning. So we are looking at the question of how series and parallel circuits are different from one another, and then we're applying that to building homes. And so what we're looking at is how we actually wire and light a little miniature home in a series and in a parallel circuit. So Katie's here during her study time to work on her home. So tell them a little bit about your project and then also your plans for next year and why you did what you did. Wow, that was a lot of questions, sorry.
Basically this project, so like, you know, you have to choose like a series and parallel that you want to build for your house. So like my downstairs is a series, which means when I turn on one light, all of them turn on. And then my upstairs is a parallel, so that when I turn on this light doesn't turn on, and vice versa. And next year I'm gonna take chemistry. I'm in Algebra 2 with trig now, but I wanted to make sure I had that math down before I went to chemistry. Just kind of get the hang of things.
So Mrs. Rees and Mrs. Furst shared with you guys earlier on another video about how there's a really strong math component to chemistry, and how if math is really your strong suit, that might be the best match for you. But a lot of my students in physical science are taking Algebra 2 now and are getting a really solid math foundation before moving on to chemistry. All right, and what do you guys like most about the class? Wow, I pushed you on the spot, didn't I? I'm so sorry. What do you like, Cesar? Because you're an excellent student.
I guess meeting a lot of friends here. I've made a lot of friendships with people around, and I get to know them better.
Yeah, okay, so we do a lot of collaborative group work in here, a lot of like hands-on learning and a lot of like lab-based inquiry. What do you girls like about it?
I like the labs personally. You do get to work with new people every single time, and it's just a new thing every single day, because you don't like, you know, working on the same sheet of paper every single time.
Right.
Yeah, I like the way we can still have fun, but we're also still learning and doing hands-on work.
So mostly I just wanted you guys to recognize that physical science can be a foundation for chemistry. Taking physical science doesn't keep you from taking chemistry in as a junior when it might align with your schedule better. So hope to see you guys next year.
My name is Ms. Reeves, and I teach chemistry.
I'm Ms. Firth. I also teach chemistry.
And we just want to give you a couple of important pieces of information regarding what courses you may take next year in regards to whether or not you choose to take chemistry or if you choose to take physical science. Our chemistry class is going to be it's going to be more of analyzing data and doing lots of calculations and, of course, laboratory experiences and things like that. Higher order thinking skills are super important.
When you think about what class you want to take, I really want you to think about the other things that you're taking and thinking about balance. Not just that you're going to take chemistry, but also you have to concurrently be in Algebra 2 when you take chemistry, or you have to have had Algebra 2. You don't have to be in Algebra 2 and chemistry at the same time. You can take Algebra 2 and then take physical science as a 10th grader, and then you can come and take chemistry as an 11th grader while you take pre-calculus or whatever math you want to do at that point. But you do have to at least have Algebra 2 as a background or concurrently taking Algebra 2. So there's a couple other things Ms. Firth is going to talk to you about.
We definitely recommend that when you're selecting which science class to take as a sophomore, you probably want to base that more on your math experience than your 9th grade science experience. Biology and chemistry are very different, and we're going to be doing lots of math in chemistry, and we really want you to have strong math skills coming in there. So just because you are in Algebra 2 doesn't mean that you necessarily want to jump into chemistry at the same time. If math is your gift, chemistry may be a good fit for you. If it's still a struggle, you may want to give yourself an extra year to develop those skills.
And you don't have to have chemistry in 10th grade to go on. We have students who choose to take physical science in 10th grade, and then in 11th grade take chemistry, and then in 12th grade take physics. You still have a path to take those classes, even if you wait until you're a junior to take chemistry. But definitely what Ms. Firth said is very important. And also balancing not just the courses you take next year with your other courses, but your extracurricular activities. If you're involved with show choir, if you're involved with band, if you're involved with things even outside of school with your church group, just think about all the courses that you're adding, because when you take chemistry, you really are adding, it's not necessarily a math course, but we certainly do a lot of math, so I would kind of say think of it as a second math course as well. So we don't want you to be overwhelmed, but at the same time we want you to do what's best for you, and only you know what is in your schedule and what you have outside of school. So please talk with your parents about what's the best fit for you as far as balancing everything in your schedule, and then also feel free to come and talk to us. Ms. Firth is in room 232, and then I'm in room 227. So please, go ahead.
Also consider not only your math skills, but how concrete you are. If you're somebody who has to see things to understand them, chemistry is going to require a lot of conceptual thinking. You're not going to be able to see the atom that we're talking about. So it may, if you're still very concrete and hands-on, and you may want to wait another year until your higher order thinking or abstract thought has developed a little more and take it as a junior. If you love that kind of stuff, then it may be a good fit for you in 10th grade.
Definitely. Okay, thanks a lot. Okay, so I've got Olivia with us today, and I've asked her to just kind of give some ideas or give us some insight as to why she took chemistry. She's in 10th grade and in Algebra 2, but you're in pre-AP English, is that right? Regular English, okay, and then you are in regular history too, right?
Yes.
Okay, tell me a little bit about why you took chemistry this year.
I took chemistry because I wanted to challenge myself to something I didn't know, and I thought it would be fun.
Have you enjoyed it so far?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Do you think it would be harder if you had all of those other classes that I just mentioned that maybe you're not taking?
Yes. I think it'd
So,
be hard.
about how much time do you spend on chemistry, you think?
Not long, like 30 minutes maybe.
Does it come
Yes.
easily to you? Do you feel like?
Some lessons
Yeah.
do, and I catch on pretty quick.
When do you think it was harder, at the beginning of the year or now?
At the beginning of the year.
Did it take a little time to get used to it?
Yes, it did.
What's your favorite part about chemistry?
Just kind of like freely, and you get to like come in and ask questions. You're not afraid.
Okay, cool. All right, thanks a bunch.
Hey, I'm George. I'm in Algebra 2 at Trig, and I'm in chemistry. I took chemistry as a sophomore because it opens up the door for many classes next year, such as AP Physics, AP Environmental. You don't have to have it, but it just makes the class a little easier. And we do work in this class, but it's fun. I enjoy it a lot.
And I'm DeMarcus, and I'm a sophomore too, and I took Algebra 2 at Trig and chemistry as a sophomore. And I'd say that some units were hard and some were easy, but I'm definitely glad I took it because, like George said, you kind of get it out the way and it just opens up the door for a bunch of sciences.
Hey, I'm Lizzie. I'm Ellie Gray. Oh, and we took Algebra 2 with Trig last year and Physical Science last year, and we decided to take Chemistry as juniors. And for all of our friends last year, chemistry was really hard, but since we took Algebra 2 with Trig, it laid a good foundation for this year to succeed.